In this video, I'm going to show you how to take profit in the New York Open strategy. Basically, there are 5 approaches. The first one is 1 to 2 times of the risk. Second is the measured move. The third is to use the previous day's high and low. And then the fourth is to use the previous levels. The last is use the previous pullback for swing trading. Let's have a look and see how this 1 to 2 times of risk works. Assume this is the trend, and then we can use the bottom of this pullback as the stop, and the entry, let's assume, is here. And then the distance between these two is the risk. You want to measure the same distance from your entry level to up for 1 time of risk. So this is your profit target. And then if you measure 2 times of the risk, you can get this level. So normally you want to take a profit between 1 time and the 2 times of the risk. This 1 to 2 times of risk is mainly for scalping, and then sometimes you have to, based on your chart, to adjust whether you want to take 1 time or 2 times. But for scalping, the minimum profit has to be at least 1 time of the risk. Here is a real-time example. Here we have the strong breakout and then pullback, and this bull bar is a very good signal bar because the body accounts over 80% of the candlestick. This is a trend bar. And then it goes up and then pull back again. You can see that this bull bar can also serve as a signal bar, though even it is not very good, which also means the trend is weakening now. How to take the profit? From the pullback here and measure up to the entry, this is 1 time of the risk. And then we measure the same distance from the entry here to the top. We can see here is your profit target. And then you can see that with this bear bar here, if you set your profit target as 1 time of the risk, you're gonna exit here. For the second entry here, we measure from the bottom of the pullback here, and then top of the entry here is the 1 time of the risk. We measure the same distance, and you can see the next bar with this bull bar, you're gonna exit. Though the risk here is small and then your profit is small, but for the previous trade here, you can see the risk is bigger and the reward is also bigger. Now let's take a look at the measured move approach. So the basic thought on this is that we assume the trend will go up like exactly the same distance for each of the waves here. So for example here, this is the start of the trend, and we measure from the bottom to the top of the trend. This distance, we're gonna assume the market, after it pulls back, it will go to the same distance at the top here. So this is a very good profit target line here. And then if there's a third wave, we can do the same to measure the same distance for the measure move as either the second leg or the first leg. It really depends on the situation at the time. Here's a real example. For this chart, we can see that there are consecutive bull bars here breaking out to the upside. So if we measure from the bottom of the first bull bar to the top of the last bull bar, this is the distance for the first leg. And then we measure the same distance, but from the bottom of the pullback, and then the same distance here. So this is the profit target. Now let's move to the previous day's high and the low approach for the profit target. In this chart, you can see the market is lingering here, and then suddenly it breaks out to the downside. And then when the market touches or just pierces the previous day's low here, and then bounce back, and then bounce around the previous low, up and down, but general, the previous low is a very good profit target. If you do not take the profit when it reaches the previous day's low, you will have to wait a little bit while, and maybe that's not your maximum profit for the day. Now let's have a look at an example of the previous day's high. Again, the market breaks out to the upside after open and then pulls back. You can see that for the second leg up here, this bull bar just touches the previous day's high and then rebound back very quickly. And then you can see after that, the market never reached the previous day's high again. So if you do not take the profit here, then you may not be able to take the profit again later. Here is the pivot level approach. you can see that after the market opens, it goes down to the PP level here. You can certainly see there's a consolidation. That means the market respects this level. And then it goes down for the second leg here. You can see touches S1 and then bounce back and then goes down to S2 and then bounce back. So these PP level S1 and S2 are very good profit target for you to exit the market. Last, let's take a look at the previous pullback for swing trade. Basically, after the market breaks out, pulls back, and then bottom of the pullback will be your profit target or the exit. And then as the trend goes up, you can see there's another pullback. Bottom should be your exit. So while you're trading, you want to move your stop order above to this pullback bottom as the market goes up again. So you can see continuously there is another exit here, small pullback, another exit, and then pullback, another exit. And in the end, you can see the market goes to test the this exit level here. Then that's your profit target for the day for the swing trading.